Now we're going to look at some variations of the two-handed corkscrew. So this is the two-handed corkscrew. We're going to add in some of the things we were doing with one-handed corkscrews. So for example, this one where we step into the hoop and bring it up. We tried that with a one-handed corkscrew like this, and we stepped in and brought the hoop up. Now let's try it too. So we're doing a corkscrew, and again I'm showing you it with my right hand leading. This is the anti-clockwise one. Obviously if you're doing it with your left hand leading, then it's going to all be reversed for you. But yeah, I'm starting my right hand coming up first, like this, and as it comes down, here, it comes down, I'm going to step in with my leg closest to the hoop, and bring the hoop up, which takes me to this position. Now if I twist over my other hand, like this, I can grab this hoop and come into an archo. Like so, and then bring it up, and at this point I can go into the archo copter. We learned before, I can just pop the hoops apart, come into a horizontal pirouette. So I'll show you that again. Starting from a two-handed corkscrew here, I'm going to step into one hoop, I'm going to keep turning, twist the hoop over, and bring it up. Show you that again slightly faster, and this time I'm going to do it with more of a jump. Like so. You could put in an extra hand spin at the top if you feel like it, you don't have to, you can just keep that arm out, whichever way you want to do it. I think that trick's quite pretty, and it links in nicely with the object copter. Other moves we can do, we looked at the single hoop corkscrew jump, this one, where we're jumping over the hoop, like so. We could do this with two hoops. Doesn't really change anything at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this other arm out while I do the corkscrew jump. So I'm doing a one-handed corkscrew here, and I do that jump, that hand just stays out the whole time. But it looks a lot more impressive with another hoop in your hand. Makes it look considerably more complicated. However, one thing you need to bear in mind is it doesn't look so good if you let this other hoop sort of dip down like this. Then it looks kind of lame. So try and keep that hoop horizontal the whole time. And this time nicely presented. This time I'm sort of doing something a bit awkward. It is going to detract from the overall image. So I'll show you that with both hoops a bit faster. Doing a two-handed corkscrew. And I'm going to pop this hoop out to one side, jump over it, and then come back in. Two-hoop version of the corkscrew jump. Other things we could do, we could pass the hoop onto my neck from this position. So we did putting the hoop onto our neck with just one. We do it with two. I'm going to keep turning, and then I can just have this one going on my neck while the other one's out. I can pass it straight away to the other hand and take it off, like so. So now the hoops have changed places. Or I can take it off with the same hand. Put it on and take it off with the same hand. I think it's probably more interesting to change hands, but it's worked, on and off with the same hand. But I'll show you what it's like if we change hands again, because I think that one looks a bit more interesting. So I'm doing a corkscrew. I'm going to place the hoop on my neck at the top. So as my hand's coming up, I bring the back of my hand in towards my neck here, keeping this one out, like so, and I'm going to keep turning so it doesn't flop too much. If it flops, it won't look as good. So I'm going to keep turning. I'm going to grab the other hoop with this hand, except obviously I'm spinning, so this hoop's still up, and then I'm going to take it off with my other hand so I can go back into a corkscrew. So I'll show you what it looks like at full speed. Like so. We can also put in some of those weird around the body throws that we were doing before. So if you remember, we were like popping the hoop up and catching it behind the body. We can do that with another corkscrew in the other hand. So if I've learned it with just one hand, I'm going to throw it and see the red hoops in my red hand. I'm going to pop it round and catch it in exactly the same hand. So it looks like this. I give it a little pop and I come round, come back into it. Now there I did an extra spin at the top, so I was doing it quite slowly. You don't really have to. I could just sort of twist my body down like this, lean forward a bit, put slowly over it down, or I can do that extra circle at the top, just to give me a bit more time to do the trick with my right hand. Different ways of doing it. You can make them all look good. So that's my right hand. I can also do my left hand. So again, I'm spinning anti-clockwise if you're looking from above. That means that my left hand hooks round behind my back quite nicely. So I can do that throw behind my back and catch it in front. And I do that as my left hand comes down. I can sort of lean forwards a bit, let that one pop round, catch it with my hand up, come straight back into the corkscrew. The more I'm turning with this, the easier it is to keep everything nice and flat. And this one sort of lends itself to leaning back a bit, which is quite nice, like so. You can link those throws together, again making it slightly harder, but you can make that into a more continuous movement where you throw one than the other. Don't worry if you can't do these are a bit more advanced. It is worth having a go at them, but you know, if you're stumbling over them, it's not like a big problem. They're hard. They should take a little while to learn, especially to get fluid. So you see I can start doing a behind the back one from one hand and then the other. That's so. Which is quite funky. And this is quite difficult to get solid, but once you got it, it feels really nice. I'm just doing the left hand throw, I say just, it's quite hard. But yeah, left hand throw and then a right hand throw. And they sort of snake each other round. Feels really nice. So, that's one type of two-hoop corkscrew throw. Another one you can do is more like a shower throw. So a shower is a term from juggling. So this is a two-hoop shower, where I'm throwing one up and passing the other one across the bottom. So you do a throw up, and then a pass across. So they move in a circle. That's what they look like sort of vertically. If I do that horizontally, I'm going to toss one like this, and pass the other one underneath. And for this I find it easier to do the throw with my left hand. Again, if it's going in this anti-clockwise direction, leading with my right hand, I toss up with my left hand and I do the pass underneath with my right. So this throw with the left hand is a bit awkward. Again, like we were doing with the throws before, I'm coming around the hoop. I'm not just throwing it straight upwards, which you could do, but I think it stabilises a bit more if you put a bit of spin round in the same direction that the hoop's going. So I put a bit of spin, pull it round to come across my body, like so, and then the right hand round gets passed underneath. So if I just showed you what it looked like with one hoop, you've got this sort of movement going on. But with two, it looks like this. Left hand throws, right hand passes, and keep moving. A variation involving the more the sort of step over movement, linked with a behind the back throw, looks like this. Because if I do this step over movement, it takes quite a while, my left hoop sort of ends up having gone a bit too far. So one way I can counter this is by following the little throw. So I'll show you that again. I'm doing a step over with my right hoop to get to this position, and then my left hoop's ended up behind my body, so it does a little body throw. I'll show you that again a bit faster. Step over with the right. Left hoop comes behind, do a little body pop throw. So I quite like that little 1-2 movement. Feels quite good. As I said, those tricks are quite a bit harder. So stop the video, have a go, try to put one or two of them into your flow. Don't worry if they're too difficult at this point. You can learn them over time if you like. But yeah, if you have got one or two of them, then stop the video, put on a song, try putting it into this horizontal flow that we're building up. And eventually they should start to feel quite comfortable and they look kind of spectacular. So that's great.